Hey guys, Ev Views here. And this video, this one's a special one. This is a special one. This is not much of a review, but it's my top 5 favorite video games of all time. And I am a gamer. Let me tell you, I played so many games. I went to this website, Backlogged. It's like if you ever heard of Letterboxd, it's like that, but with video games. And I went in and I ranked a bunch of games, and I've played around 200 games in my life, and this is my top 5 favorites out of all of that. And I bet there's still a lot of them that weren't on that website that I have played at some point in my life. So yeah, I played a lot of games. I'm a gamer, yeah. And these are my top 5 favorite games, so it's a big deal that these are top 5 because I played so many games. So, let's start with something. So, a lot of these games, they are franchises. And most of these games of the better franchises, I played all of them in the series. But I will only be choosing, I'll be ranking the entire franchise as one game, and then I'll be telling you my favorite game from that franchise, if that makes sense. And also, I might try to get music in this video, because I go back, I listen to my videos, and they're just kind of quiet. It's just kind of me, and it's just kind of silent in the background. So, oh no, my finger was covering up the microphone. I hope I didn't do anything. But anyway, hope I can get some music. I'm gonna look into copyright and all that. And if not, if there's no music, then that means it was hard. It was too hard, and I didn't want to put up with it. And if there is music, and it's like relating to the games, then that means it went well. I figured it out. And if it's a compromise or no music, then not good. Anyway, 2 minutes already. Let's get started. I have one honorable mention. So this game was my 5th favorite game for a really long time. Up until like 2 weeks ago, it was dethroned. But it depends, like kind of like on the day, like kind of how I'm feeling. I might say this is my 5th favorite game, or I might say the next game is my 5th favorite game. It depends. But this game, honorable mention. Where is it? Here it is. Dishonored 2. I love this game. I love every game in the Dishonored series, except for the third one. The third one's not very good. I mean, it's good, but don't get me wrong, it's really good. But it's just a big step down from the other ones. But anyway, Dishonored 1 and Dishonored 2. Dishonored 2, I only like a little bit more than Dishonored 1, but I do think it's my favorite one in the franchise. Oh, also something I've got to specify. This is not what I think are the top 5 best games of all time. This is the ones that I like the most, me personally. Anyway, now that's cleared up. Yeah, so Dishonored 1, really good. Dishonored 2, a little bit better. I like it a little bit more, but if you think the first one's better, then I understand. But anyway, this game, so good. So good. So many ways to go about each level. So many cool powers and weapons and items. Like, good upgrades. The first one has a good story. The second one, but the second one has this, like, more polished mechanics. It has 2 characters, so then you can go back and play as the other character, and then it's like pretty much a different game, kind of. You have different abilities, different dialogue, so it's a lot different if you go back and play as the other character that you didn't play the first time. And the story is good enough. Like, it's not good, but it's enough to make you like kind of pay some attention and kind of feel like some satisfaction when you finally get to the end, you know. But yeah, anyway, very good game. Very good game. This is the honorable mention, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. Not gonna dive through it too much. Also, let me know in the comments if you want me to like review these games full out, like individually. I can go back and replay some of them, kind of go through them again, and I can make like a full like 10-minute review on each of them, like I did with Bulletstorm and Vampire Survivors. So if you want those for each of these games, let me know. But anyway, on to number 5. I was gonna go grab it from my shelf. I do not have this game in physical, but I was actually just playing it. It's on my TV right now. It is Vampire Survivors. I just ranked this game. This is the game. I played it for the first time like a week ago. 2 weeks ago, I beat it like a week or 2 ago. And oh my god, it was a good time, let me tell you. I'm also not going to go into too much detail for this because I have the full review on my channel. So I'm not going to put too much effort into why I like this game, because you can just go check that out. But anyway, very good mechanics. Very simple, lots of items, so many things to unlock, so much content, so much content. $5 or for free if you have Game Pass or you play on mobile, and it's free. And right now I was just playing the DLC for the first time, which I will be ranking once I'm done with both DLCs. I'll be ranking them both. And that's what I was doing just now. And yeah, very good game. So much to do. Very simple, but still very effective. Cool art. Lots of cool levels. The secrets, so many nice, fun, cool secrets to solve. So many items. So many mechanics. Not so many mechanics. Like, it's really simple. I don't know why I said that. I meant to say weapons. But anyway, yeah, so much stuff, so good, so good. Very good. The relics change up the game as you go. Very good. So many characters. You can like power up. You can look there, just power up. You can power yourself up with your money. That's really cool. Like at the beginning of the game, you get stronger. My hair looks really evil. 1 second. Anyway, yeah, Vampire Survivors, great game. I don't have the fourth one. Also, I don't have it physical, so let me pull up my Xbox here for the dramatic effect. Okay, I don't have the actual one installed, so this is gonna do. We got Grand Theft Auto, not online. I don't have the fifth one installed, so I just pulled up online. But yeah, anyway, GTA 5. Oh my god, this is like, you guys, like anyone who's played the game, I think can agree with me. This game is it's an important game, you know? Like, everybody loves this game. So many people have played this game. One of the most popular games of all time. So good. Like, the online mode is a lot of flaws, let me tell you. It is so many flaws. It is nowhere near the best game of all time. But honestly, I put more hours into online when I have the story mode. I've only played the story mode once, and I played the online one for like at least 100 hours, I want to say. I played it a lot. Lots of content, so that's good. But the servers, like, it's really hard to join your friends. It's griefers. There's like, I can make a whole 10-minute video just talking about all the flaws of Grand Theft Auto Online. But anyway, my fourth favorite is the story mode, mostly. Story mode, so good. You have all the mechanics, like the cars, all the cars. The only thing that I don't like about story mode that is different from online is when you buy something, like a car, for example, you have so few options, and then once you get it, you have to go to your garage and then bring it out of your garage. You can't just like call it in like you can in online, which really sucks and like kind of makes your money like not feel very good. You're just gonna spend your money on weapons probably, and also the businesses that you can buy in the story mode, not good. That's my only like big, I don't know what's the word, gripe, I guess, thing I don't like about it is, yeah, money. It's not really useful other than weapons in online in the story. But in online, there's so much to spend it on. Like, you will never buy everything in the game in online if you play normally. Never. So online's pretty good. Story's really good. The story's great. Character's great. All the vehicles, so smooth. Missions are great. Weapons are good. Yeah, the map is good. So much good stuff. Just such a good experience. Such a good, like, 40 hours. It's nice and long. So much content. You get to, also so much side content too, like so many side missions and stuff that you can do as well. So that's really good. Great game, great characters. I don't think I have to put much explanation to this one either, just because everybody knows it. Everybody knows why it's a good game, you know? Who hasn't heard? My mom's heard of Grand Theft Auto Online. Grand Theft Auto 5. Like, and she doesn't know anything about video games, let me tell you. But she knows about it, so like, that kind of shows a lot. Like, everybody knows this game. Anyway, number 3. Number 3, I don't have this one physically either. I don't know how I set up. Oh, actually, I have one thing to represent this game. I'm gonna get my hamper real quick. 1 second. Where is it? Right, stay there. My third favorite game. We got, did not see it well. We got Silent Hill. Back in the hamper, that shirt goes. Silent Hill. Oh my god. That shirt was for the third game, but I think I like the second one a little bit more. I'm kind of like always on the fence whether I like the second or third one more.
But the sound design in this
Anyway,
game,
I'm gonna
really
rank mostly the second one. Second one, oh my god. This is also another just huge, important game. Very, like, it's a pretty old game, and it's like inspired and changed like the entire horror genre pretty much. So good. Such a good survival horror story in the second one. So good. Oh, dropped my phone, but I caught it because I got the reflexes. Yeah. Anyway, story is really good. The characters are pretty good. There's not many of them, but they're pretty good. Main character's good. Like, just the mystery of, like, what's going on here. Like, so the story is, this is no spoilers, by the way. This is, like, right at the beginning of the game. Like, first 2 minutes. You're a man. You have a letter from your dead wife. She died 3 years ago. And then she said, then you got a letter from her recently, like, I don't know, I guess a few weeks ago, that said, meet me at Silent Hill. I'm there, and I'm alive. So your character, he goes to Silent Hill to try to find her. And pretty much the whole game, you're just looking for her. And there's monsters, and there's scary things. And you're just trying to wonder, like, what's going on here? What's happening? What's all the monsters doing? And then at the end, everything kind of, it doesn't get explained very directly, but, like, if you, like, kind of think about it, play it again with the ending in mind. Also, there's 6 endings. You can only get 3 of them on your first playthrough, but there's 6 endings. So that's never a really good thing about it. Replayability, I've gotten all 6 of them on my school computer. I got the game on my school computer, and I played it 6 times. I pretty much 100% the game, except for getting all the stars. But anyway, great game. Great, like, the mystery that I was talking about. Yeah, it's really good to play through the game, wondering what's going on, what happened to your wife, is she here, is she not, and then you beat it, and, like, everything kind of gets explained, but then you put thought into it, and, like, you realize, like, what everything represents, and you're just like, oh man. And then you can watch a video or something if you don't get it, and then eventually everything, you understand it all, you understand what everything represents, and it just makes you really appreciate the game. That's what I really like about the game, how much effort and the thought they put into all the monsters, all the locations, everything like that. Great game, classic survival horror game. Like, the combat, it's, like, it's good enough, but, like, it's pretty clunky, but I kind of like that it's clunky, if that makes sense. Like, it makes it feel like if a monster just turns around the corner and jumps at you, you're not going to really have time to, like, get it out of your face quick, you know? Like, it's going to be there and it's going to attack you. So, like, I think that kind of adds to it. Like, you feel a little bit defenseless, you know? Like, you can't just, it's not like you're just gonna bam, just, I don't know why I did both my hands, I'm just gonna bam with, like, a sniper and just kill, like, all the enemies that get at you, if that makes sense. I'm not really, I'm kind of tired right now. I'm not making much sense, but, so but controls and just, like, the combat, you're not just gonna see an enemy, bam, dead. It's clunky, it takes a while for you to pull your gun out, you have to load it, then you have to aim, and then it's also really hard to aim, kind of, so you'll miss, and then the monsters will get at you, and it makes you feel just, like, kind of like, ooh, if there's a big enemy around this corner, or if something jumps at me as I go through this door, I could die here, and I could lose all my progress from the last save, and that adds, like, a lot of, like, dread, you know, and that's great. Monsters are great. This is my first ever horror game, other than, like, Five Nights at Freddy's, I guess, that I played when I was, like, 7, but, this is, like, my first, like, I don't want to say real horror game. I don't want to diss Five Nights at Freddy's like that. But my first survival horror game. There you go. And oh my god, the whole game, I kind of sound like a bit of a wussy. First, I'm family friendly, not gonna curse. I sound like a bit of a wussy for saying this, but I was, like, really scared. Honestly, I always had, like, that feeling, like, ooh, this is a scary game. Something could happen. Ooh, like that dread, you know. But then after I played it, like, 4 times. I was like, okay, now games don't even, like, really scare me anymore now that I've played this game so many times. Anyway, I've explained a lot of stuff that's not related to the game. This one's been going on for a while. Great game, great story, great monsters. Combat is, like, kind of clunky and bad, but in a good way. Yeah, good game. Number 2. Where is it at? Doom Eternal. But the entire Doom franchise, all good. I played all of them except for 64, and I hadn't finished the 3rd one. I played, like, about half of it. I didn't like it much. I got kind of bored and wanted to play something else. And but anyway, the rest of the series, very, very good. Classic. The first one, it still stands up so much today. Like, the fact that, like, I played it, like, 20 years later. More than that, like 22, 25, not 25, 22, 23, I was about to say. Years later, like, that just shows, wait, no, how old is it? Okay, wait, yeah. 25, I think, right? 1995 or 1993, I don't know. Yeah, 25 years later. Anyway, yeah, I played it a lot of years later. We're gonna leave it at that. And, man, that is bothering me now. When did this game come out? 1993, right? I thought it was 1999 at first, but then I remembered. Yeah, 1993, that's when the first one came out, that's right. So yeah, 30 years later from this year, right? Let me do some math real quick. Yeah, 30 years later. I'm really tired. I'm just gonna say that. I'm not stupid, I promise. Yeah, 30 years later, this game still holds up. The first one still holds up so well today. The second one, it came out the year after that, right? I'm checking out my Xbox, by the way. It just says 2019, because that's when this remaster came out. But anyway, I think it came out a year later. Both of these games, super old, super, like, influential on the entire shooter genre as a whole. Shooters would not be the same without these games. These games were revolutionary. They were great for their time, and they still hold up so well today. The level design, amazing. Weapons, amazing. Enemy variety, amazing. Secrets, there's a lot of secrets in these two games, these first two games. That's amazing. Yeah, very, very good games. Very influential, very important. That's the word, important. Very important to gaming as a whole. And I sound kind of cringy saying all this, but it's true. It's true. Anyway, that's not my favorite one. While the first and the second games are really good, those aren't even my favorite. Doom Eternal, the one that came out in 2020. Yes, I don't even have to look for that one. I know, 2020. When it came out, 2020, great game. Very, very good game. Oh my god, it's like kind of like the originals in a way, but also not really, you know? Like, it's the same kind of enemies, same kind of weapons, kind of same kind of gameplay, but you're just super fast, super strong. You feel like a god, just ripping apart all these demons, just destroying them. Just your guns feel so powerful, so good. And the variety of weapons, so good. You have the weapon modifications, there's 2 for each weapon, or for most weapons you have 2. And that's great. So much variety, so many ways to kill your enemies. Very violent. Music, that's another thing I forgot to say about the original ones. The music in the original ones, very good. The music in this one, I was gonna say even better, but I don't know, honestly. Music in this whole franchise, very good. This game is more like metal music. I love metal music. Really fast, fits the game perfectly. Very fast-paced game. Oh no, low battery. Oh, I came back. Great game, very fast. Lots of violence. Just you're always like locked in, you know. You're never just like, oh yeah, I'm playing Doom Eternal, yeah. You're like always like locked in, like doing like your flips, switching your weapons. Unless you're playing on like easy mode, but I play on Nightmare and Ultra Nightmare. I'm a real man, okay? That's the difference between us. So anyway, yeah. So if you play on a harder difficulty, you're always gonna be engaged because like it's not really the hardest game in the world. It's pretty hard, but like it's not that hard. But like you do have to be paying attention and you do have to be fast, have good reflexes. Maybe it is hard. I've actually seen a lot of reviews that do say it is pretty hard. But me, as like my favorite genre of games is shooters. I love first-person shooters. My favorite genre right there. You're gonna see number 1. It's a first-person shooter, and I've been playing them for so many years. So maybe I'm just really good. Maybe that's it. Maybe I'm just a god at first-person shooters. Maybe it is kind of hard. But anyway, you have to lock in for like most of the game. And also, oh, another thing, the enemies. I looked at the thing and saw the little circle guy, the Kako demon. All the enemies, they're like so well designed. They all have like a counter to them. Whether it's like a certain elemental weapon, like if you use an energy weapon on this one, they'll explode or something like that. Or if you shoot a grenade in this one's mouth, then it will leave it vulnerable. Like all the enemies have some kind of weakness, or I think most of them do. I think most of them do, for sure. I don't know about all of them, but a lot of them do. That's great. Like, the enemies all have a weakness. Very good. So when you'll pull out the right weapon, you'll do the right thing for each situation instead of just using your favorite one the whole game. You know, I think that's really important for a game, to utilize all the aspects, make you like want to utilize all the weapons. This is the wheel, this is the weapon wheel that I'm drawing with my finger. Makes you want to use all the weapons. That's really good. But also you still get to use, like, it helps to use the right weapon, but you don't have to, like, you know, like the weapons that the enemies are weak to, it helps a lot. But if you want to use your favorite weapon, you can, I guess, unless you're on like a super hard difficulty, then you are gonna have to use the right one. But anyway, let's just run through all the good things. Great gameplay, very fast paced, good music, story. There's lore to it, but that's not my favorite kind. That's not the way I like my story. Like in this game, the story is mainly like codex pages, where like you collect them and you just like read a big article. I don't like that. I hate reading. But So story, it's not really there, but you're not gonna play this game for the story. You're gonna play this game to just gun down demons, rip them apart, cut them apart, and everything in between. And yeah, very good game. Very good game. Love this game. So fast paced. So good. Also the DLC. DLC is also great. It adds a good amount more while still keeping it like the same. Like it just adds like new levels to enemies. That's really good. Anyway, number one. We got, it's kind of basic, but we got Call of Duty. Call of Duty, man. More specifically, the one I just pulled out, Black Ops 2. Oh my god, where do I even start with Call of Duty? Every part about Call of Duty. So good. That's the Black. I haven't played the Infinity Ward ones. I've not played the, which ones are Infinity? I don't think I played through any Infinity Ward campaign or like really the multiplayer. Oh no, I actually played, Infinite Warfare. That's Infinity Ward, right? Yeah. So, okay. So, I'm going to be ranking mostly the Black Ops series, World at War to Black Ops 3 here. That's mainly what I'm going to be talking about, but also Black Ops 4, kind of. So, those games, World at War, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, that little franchise of Call of Duty games, oh my god. If those games, I don't think I'd be nearly as, like, into gaming as I am now if I never got Black Ops 2 for my 9th birthday. That game changed everything for me. Oh my god. My first ever shooter, 007 Legends, and I'm like, this game's pretty good. Actually, no, I didn't think it was pretty good. I thought it was really good because, let me get the light out of the background. I thought it was really good. But actually, 007 Legends is a garbage game. But it was my first shooter, and I figured out I love shooters, but I didn't know it until I went to my friend's house, and I played Black Ops 2. You know, actually, I was going to say you know who you are, but I don't think you do, actually. I went to his house, played Black Ops 2, and I was like, this game's really good. I like this game a lot. But then they started playing zombies, and I was like, I'm not playing zombies. That's too scary for me. Which I think is pretty funny. Because, so, I'll review each, I can't talk. I'm going to go through each mode in a second. And yeah, I used to be scared of zombies, which is now my favorite mode, spoiler alert. So that's kind of funny. But anyways, I went to his house, played it up until he got zombies out, and then I was like, I'm not playing zombies. But the multiplayer, I was like, this game's amazing. I gotta get this. So I asked my dad for it for my birthday. Also my first ever M-rated game. So that's kind of a big deal. I was only 9, and I was not allowed to play the campaign. And I mean, zombies is kind of violent. Multiplayer, it's not that bad. I think that the app Call of Duty Mobile, which is just multiplayer, is actually only rated T. And so it's 007 Legends. So that's what got me to convince my dad to get it, actually, for my birthday. And then when he did, oh my god, I played it so much. I loved it. And I was like, oh my god, this game is fire. And now it is still my favorite game of all time. Mainly Black Ops 2, but Black Ops 3, very, very close second. So anyway, let's go through all the modes. Campaign. Starting off at campaign. Oh my god, the campaigns. World at War, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, that little trilogy. Oh my god, campaign. So good. So good. You feel like so immersed into the story, and like the levels all really good. The locations are all really cool. So many cool moments. Characters are all great. The story in Black Ops 1 and 2, really, really good. I mean, World at War, the story is World War II. So like, it's a good, it is a story, I guess, and it's good, but like, it's not as good compared to Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, because it's just, you're fighting the Nazis / the Japanese, and that's pretty much the whole story. But they do keep Reznov in Black Ops 1 and kind of Black Ops 2, so I guess there actually is some story there. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. So, story great, gameplay's great, levels are great, all the different situations that you get into, great, all the different, like, random sequences that they have, like, let me think, like that one mission, Black Cats in World at War, we are in the plane, like, missions like that, that's like a part of the reason why I love Call of Duty campaign, is just for, like, random missions where you're doing stuff like that. Like, it's not just, oh, I'm gunning down all the enemies, like, for the whole game. It's like, I'm gunning down enemies in this mission, I'm driving a tank in this mission, I'm in a plane gunner seat in this mission. Like, you know, like, the gameplay does switch up every now and then, and, like, it's a completely different mission sometimes. Like, we are not just boots on the ground shooting enemies. And I think that's great. That little diversity, great, really keeps you, like, engaged in the the missions and the campaign and all that. Very, very good. Characters, all good. We got Reznov, we got Alex Mason, we got Menendez, we got David Mason, we got, what's his name? Frank Woods, we got Woods, all great characters. We got Hudson, very good characters, very fun, some of them are kind of basic, but they're all good, and the story's good, and yeah, I'm just repeating myself now, but yeah, very good. Makes you feel very immersed, especially World at War. World at War, like, you feel like you're like an actual soldier, and you're like, oh my god, my friends are dying, this is so awful. Like, it makes you like feel like that you're in the war. That sounded like really like, yeah, you're in the, like, yeah, I don't know what that sounded like. That sounded really cringy, that's the word. But it's really good, very immersive, very good game. Makes you feel like you're in the war. Yeah. Captures like the whole spirit really well. That's a better way to describe it. Instead of saying you feel like you're in the war, saying that it captures the spirit of World War II and the violence and the awfulness of all of it. That's a much better way to put it. Great, great, great game. All three of them. Campaigns, amazing. And the way they interlock, I don't know. The way that they go between each other, they connect. That's really good. Sorry, I'm really tired. It's like 1:26 a.m. Kind of tired, but so I'm starting not to make much sense in this video. Oh my god, 27 minutes. I'm sorry if it's going on for this long. But, sorry, I did not realize that it's been going on for this long. Anyway, campaign's great. Multiplayer, really good. Probably my least favorite of the free modes, but still really good. Love multiplayer. It's great. It's what you think of when you think of Call of Duty. At least it's what, like, I think most people think of. Maybe you think of a campaign, maybe you think of zombies, but I think most people think of the multiplayer when they think of Call of Duty. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what everyone thinks of. There's players gunning down players. There's not much to really like put. Like, everybody knows what Call of Duty multiplayer is. It's just like all the modes: team deathmatch, free for all, like search and destroy, capture the flags, all the modes like that. Except you have guns and you kill each other. Yeah, great game. Very good. You just kill each other. That's Call of Duty. That's Call of Duty multiplayer. Just players shooting at players, and yeah, very, very good. Very fun. There's not much more to say from that, I don't think. But then we get to zombies. Oh my god. By far my favorite mode. Campaign is great. Multiplayer is great. But zombies, oh my god. Without Call of Duty zombies, I don't think I'd nearly, not even close to be like as much of a video game lover as I am now. Right now, I go to a school for video games, and I've been thinking about this a lot. If I didn't get Black Ops 2 for my birthday, I don't think I'd be going to that school to learn game design. I don't think I'd be nearly as invested in the whole gaming industry and gaming as a hobby as I would be if it wasn't for Call of Duty Zombies. Call of Duty Zombies, really, like, before Call of Duty Zombies, I played games a lot. I liked games. After Call of Duty Zombies, I was a gamer at heart. Yeah, at heart right there. Darth Gator. Yeah, that's where my heart is. I was a gamer at heart after I played zombies. We love zombies. This really shows how much I like it. My first map ever was Bus Depot, which I think might now probably not even my least favorite map, but also the worst map in all of zombies history. Probably Bus Depot. So, like, pretty boring. Like, it's just so boring. There's nothing really to do. It was my first ever map. The first game I ever played of Call of Duty Zombies was on Bus Depot. But still, I liked it so much that I played it up until now, 7 years later, going on to 8 really soon. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy that was my first map. And then I didn't play Bus Depot for long after my first game. Then I played Transit in Town. And Town's a great map, but Transit, that's not a good map. But I still loved it because that was the only zombies I had at the time. And then eventually, I got Black Ops 3. I got Chronicles. I got Black Ops 1. I never really played World at War Zombies much at all. I don't think I even own... No, I don't even own any DLCs for that game. So I can't say the same for World at War, because I came in later at the series. But Black Ops 3 with Chronicles, all the DLC for that. Black Ops 2, I got buried. I remember I got buried when I was like 10 or so. And that was my second map after Transit and the whole Green Run selection of maps. And that map, oh my god, that map is great. that map like really made me like zombies even more, because I was like, oh my god, there's more zombies in Transit, and Buried's a lot more better than Transit. So very good contrast. Glad it was my second map. Anyway, no, I'm getting sidetracked again. Great game. It's inspired me to be a gamer and a game maker, game designer. That's the word. A lot. It changed my whole outlook on games, pretty much. Call of Duty Zombies. Call of Duty also multiplayer, but mostly zombies is what did that. And then I only started playing the campaigns like this year because I wasn't old enough. My dad was like, "You can't play the campaign; it's too violent." Which that's really fair. It is pretty violent, and I would not have appreciated it nearly as much as I would have now. Especially like Black Ops 2 and stuff. Oh my god, Black Ops 2 campaign, probably my favorite campaign. Black Ops 1 also really good. World at War also really good. But Black Ops 2 campaign, probably my favorite. We already talked about campaigns. I don't know, I'm going back there. But yeah, this game means a lot to me. Zombies is amazing. I haven't even like gone into the games. I've just been talking about my experience of it. And it's already at 31 minutes. Oh god. Anyway, zombies. It never gets old for me. It might get old for some people, but I can go in, I can play zombies. There's so many maps to choose from. There's so many ways to play most maps. Like some maps, like Nocturne Totem, like there's only one way to play that. You just gotta survive, get to a high round, get good guns. That's all you can do. But then there's maps like Revelations, for example, where you have the Easter egg, you have all the side Easter eggs, you can get the masks, you can get wonder weapons, you can get like all the stuff, you can get to around 100, that can be your goal. Like there's so many different things that you can do in this really simple format of just you kill zombies, it gets harder, you kill more zombies, it gets harder, over and over again, you get points, you get stronger, while the zombies get harder. Like it's a really simple format, but you can like change it into all these different things, all these Easter eggs, all these side Easter eggs, all these different strategies. It makes this game pretty much infinitely playable, at least in my opinion. I will never get bored of this game, I don't think. I've been playing it for 7 years, and I've never like played a game and been like, this sucks. Okay, never mind. When I did the Transit Easter egg for the first time, that's the time that I was like that. But other than that, and also Die Rise Easter egg, looking for people on Discord zombies, on the zombies Discord, and on the looking for group post, because me and my friend, we started at Nocturne Totem, and we went all the way up. We worked our way up. We haven't even finished yet. We started this like 3 years ago, but we've worked our way up from Nocturne Totem. Right now we're at Ancient Evil, and we're just trying to get through every Treyarch map. And when we got to Die Rise, finding 4 people for it, oh my god. And same for Buried. It was a nightmare. It was not fun. And also Shangri-La kind of, but that's on Black Ops 3, so that was a lot easier. But yeah, Die Rise and Transit, the only 2 times I've ever been like, this is not that enjoyable. But any other time, I've loved it. I've loved every second of playing zombies. Zombies, amazing. Let me go back. Let me stop talking about my experience, even though it is my favorite. I mean, it's kind of fair. Like this video is my favorites, so I kind of do gotta explain why and what they really mean to me. But anyway, you got that really simple, basic loop, but you can add so much to it. That's a great part of the game. Replayability is infinite. That's a huge part about why I love this game. All the weapons. Each game introduces a whole new arsenal of weapons. That's great. Each new map also introduces a wonder weapon. Most of them do, at least, introduce their own wonder weapon, which completely changes that map. That's great. All the layouts between all the maps are all different. That's great. Like, just all the differences from the maps, that's also, like, what really changes up the replayability for me. Like, you got my favorite map, by the way. My favorite map, Gorod Krovi. Just thought I'd put that out there. Love Gorod Krovi. Favorite map. Blood of the Dead also. Not my favorite map. Not even close to my favorite map. But it gets too much hate. Just thought I'd say that. But anyway, the amount of maps and the amount of differences between each maps, the differences between Origins and, let's say, the Giant, for example. So many differences, so many different ways to play. Like, for just completely different experiences, despite you can play them both in Black Ops 3, which is the exact same game, but they're both so much different from each other, which is just amazing. Characters and story, really hard to follow. Very, very hard to follow, especially, like, now, if you're not, like in the gameplay, like, in the, what's the word, the the release cycle, that's the word, like update cycle, life cycle, that's what the word I'm looking for. During the life cycle of each of the games, people were like actively finding things out, and like the story was kind of easier to follow then. But now you cannot piece together the story by just playing it. The best way to see the whole story is just watch one of those like hour-long videos on YouTube that's like entire Call of Duty storyline in under an hour or whatever. So the story is good, very hard to follow though, which I guess makes it a little bit more annoying, but still really good story, really good characters, great dialogue. Each map has great enemies, like they each have zombies. Every map has zombies, of course, but each map also has like mini bosses and stuff. That's really cool. They're all well made. All the weapons, great weapons. All the layouts, not all the layouts, but all the maps, the layouts are great. All well designed. All put at least some thought was put into all of them. Some more than others for sure, but there was at least a bit of love put into all the old maps. At least if we look into Cold War and Vanguard, then same can't be said for those ones, but most of the old maps, the era I was talking about, World at War to Black Ops 3, all great maps, except for Transit and kind of Die Rise. All great maps besides those. Great layouts, great weapons. I'm just repeating myself again and again. Not good. 36 minutes. But anyway, great game. So much to do. So much to do in zombies. Like, not really even so much to do, but just so many different ways to approach the goal. The goal being either the Easter egg or high rounds. Those are like the two main goals that you can do. So many ways to approach them. That's great. I love this game. I'm going to stop just repeating myself and just talking about why I love it so much. You get the point, I think, by now. At 37 minutes, I sure hope you do. Anyway, great game. I think that's all I have to say. Let's recap. Honorable mention, Dishonored. 5th favorite game, Vampire Survivors. 4th favorite game, GTA 5. Mostly the story mode, but I also do like online a bit, despite it being really flawed. 3rd favorite game, Silent Hill, but Silent Hill 2 is my favorite, but I also really like Silent Hill 3. 2nd favorite game, Doom Eternal. 1st favorite, Call of Duty, with Call of Duty Black Ops 2 being my favorite. Anyway, I love Call of Duty. I love Call of Duty. Very good. Always games, great. If you want me to review them individually, let me know, but I think I've said enough, especially about Call of Duty. Anyway, 38 minutes now. This is gonna be my longest video, at least for a while. If you stuck around this far, you're a real one. I don't know, I'm trying to think of things to say. Anyway, good night. I'm gonna go sleep now. Bye-bye.